Kelly.
Nice to see you, Josh.
Nice to see you too.
Given your discussion of the president's schedule, you're calling it an urgent situation, the scope of what you're asking for today. Why wouldn't the president see a value in visiting the border, if not this trip, then sometime soon?
The president has been to the border on a couple of previous occasions, both as a candidate and as president of the United States. I'd also point out that in the last several weeks, his Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of HHS, the FEMA director, senior White House officials have all made separate visits to the border to assess the situation there and to assess the strength of the federal government's response to that situation. The president is well aware of exactly what's happening on the border. And what we are focused on right now are not political statements that would be made with an appearance, but rather with specific concrete action, steps that can be taken to mitigate this problem.
Photo op, is that what you're suggesting? Is there downside to him going personally?
No, what I'm suggesting is that the focus of the president's attention is on making sure that we are taking all of the necessary steps to deal with this urgent humanitarian situation. We hope that Congress will also take the steps that are necessary to deal with this emergent humanitarian situation, to give the administration the resources that are necessary to deal with it.
Even though members of Congress of both parties are asking the president to visit those who reside in the border area, and clearly Governor Perry, I'm sure, will extend an invitation for him to go again. Is there a downside for the president being there personally?
For downside for being where personally?
Along the border to see these current situations?
No, I think what is important is it's important for the president to be keenly aware of what exactly is happening on the southwest border and to have a thorough understanding of the impact that the government response to that situation is having. The president has been clear that it's important for us to meet the basic humanitarian needs of these individuals, to ensure that they are given access to the immigration courts in a way that complies with their rights to due process, but also ensuring that we're enforcing the law. The president is regularly briefed on these efforts, and those briefings often are the result of trips made by the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Secretary of the HHS and the FEMA director and other senior administration officials, including some from the White House, who have traveled frequently to the border in recent weeks. I understand that a senior Department of Justice official is scheduled to travel there later this week to also assess the law enforcement situation. So,
does the president want to go himself?
Well, there are lots of administration eyes that are focused on this situation. And the reason for that is that there is an urgent humanitarian situation that needs to be dealt with. And you've seen a very proactive response from the federal government. And what we'd like Congress to do is to act with the same sense of urgency and make sure that this administration has all of the necessary resources to deal with the situation.